flipped it in a double. Started out with half and I flipped it in a double.
Said time again, we gotta go. Take one, then I dash away from Popo.
Yeah.
Snakes around my grass, they want my dodo. But I keep a 40, they don't know, no. Got the Henny, you get cold. Smoke on Reggie, that's a no-no. Driving slow-mo in the photo. Bitches ready for the photos.
I see other things on my mind, yeah. Stacking money like 365. Cause this shit is real. Cause this shit is real. Cause this shit is real.
Don't say you get money, boy, you been broke. Digit dash up in my circle, you can roll. Only cash up in my vision in the south. Now I'm smashing on the model cause I bought.
Hey,
Cause this cream, I'ma take the team. We gon' be hot like steam. I just got the dreams, I know what you mean. It's all funny to the feet. I get 50 to my G.
Okay guys, for this part of the paint prep, I probably should have started it before actually sanding my whole car, or at least my trunk. I've got the OEM spoiler holes still in the trunk. I was hoping to find something to replace it with either less holes or no holes, and it just seems like kind of a pain in the ass to try and find a new trunk for that. So what I plan on doing is filling all the holes with some Bondo. There's multiple ways you could do this. The most effective probably being welding in actual pieces under the holes and filling it up. But because I don't really feel like screwing around with all that and I'm kind of over welding, what I'm gonna do is use some JB Quick Weld. What I'm gonna do is cut squares or circles that I need out of my leftover sheet metal, and I'm gonna be placing them underneath the trunk from the bottom, and then using the JB Quick Weld to attach it underneath so that it's nice and secure, and then using Bondo over top to filling it out nice and smooth. Now the issue with only filling the holes with Bondo and not supporting the underneath is that over time it'll slowly sink and you'll be able to see the holes again. So for that reason, I'm using the JB Weld in order to keep it, I don't know, I guess keep its structural integrity. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get started on cutting out all the pieces I need for each hole, and then we'll go one by one, sticking on the JB Quick, probably just taping it up from the bottom to make sure that it doesn't like fall or move while it sets. The reason I grabbed the JB Quick Weld is because it sets in 6 minutes, so that means once that's all dried up, I can go straight to Bondoing and then start sanding and getting the trunk fully ready. So we're gonna start that now, and you guys will learn how to do it yourselves. So first thing I'm seeing when I pop the trunk is that some of the structural braces of the trunk are in the way of some of the holes. The major ones are actually showing, so that's good. We've got a few there, one there, I think there's another one, but then we have the two there and there that are kind of blocked by the trunk structure. So maybe because they are really small, what I can do is just weld these closed and then use a grinder on it. This center one I might be able to get at, I'll see, and then I can get at these, so this isn't a big deal, but those might have to be welded. Maybe the smaller ones I will weld, because like it's kind of pointless doing all that work just to put some Bondo on there. So if I just weld it shut and then smooth it down, that might be the best way to do it. But these bigger holes, definitely going to be using the JB weld and plate method. So we're gonna get started on that. So we got 5 out of the lots of holes done. There's still a few to go. This, there's still a little bit of little, I don't know, pinholes and stuff, and that will be filled with either filler primer or a little bit of Bondo. So now that this is all done, I'm going to see, you can see here that this is actually bonded before. No supporting shit underneath, and that's why that hole was there. That wasn't there before I grinded. I mean, that was there before I grinded, so that just goes to show how shitty that works. But I'm gonna get the plates ready and start throwing them in. So as you guys could tell, some of those were definitely kind of a pain in the ass to actually put on. But they're all there. They all seem to be holding well. Yeah, not much else to say. So now once this sets and dries, we'll be able to mix Bondo and throw it on top and hopefully be able to sand it down nice and smooth. You don't even know they're there. So that's the plan with that. And then my trunk will be ready for, I guess, paint. We were like test fitting panels and stuff. These are like barely bolted on. The skirts aren't really on at all, obviously. And the front end, these are bolted while down there is zip tied. And obviously the bumper's not actually on. But it's kind of, this is the first time it's kind of looked like a real car, I guess. My new hood, I don't know if I showed you guys this, but I got rid of that old hood with the greasy vents and stuff, and I found an OEM hood. So that's awesome. I'm really happy with this. And yeah, I just can't wait for you guys to see the color. The color is going to be sick. Yes, it's obviously going to have some flake in it like the engine bay, but I think the style is going to be quite different than from how we did the engine bay. So hopefully it all works out and we can get this thing painted up and looking like a real damn car. All right, everything seems to have enough time to set. So I'm going to start mixing the Bondo and start spraying it over these holes. There's not much to say. You just mix what you need to mix and then throw it in. My dumbass forgot to angle the camera back down once I was done talking, and I apologize. I'm gonna go ahead and say that I am not good at applying Bondo properly, so what I did is just slapped her on best I could. And I'm thinking there was a dent right here, so that's why I put that there. And I'm thinking that no matter what I could do, it was always a little bit of a dip, so I'm gonna let it harden, and then I will either sand it down and then add more Bondo, or I'll just try and add more Bondo on top and then just sand it down. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna do yet. I will probably sand first and then apply more Bondo, but we'll see. This is gonna be hanging out for probably a while. I may update this tonight. If not, then I'll pick up where I left off tomorrow. God damn, the lighting in here is so messed up. I'm sorry, guys. So as I was about to clean up the garage and head inside, I got a message about selling my camera, and yes, I am going to get rid of my Canon, and I'm going to go back to a Sony. So, Nick, this little clip's for you. Thank you for buying my camera, and I hope you enjoy it. So, we'll see you guys tomorrow with an update on the Bondo. And boom, baby, just like that. She's all sanded down, nice and smooth. And I did do this off camera because there's no point in keep filming like random Bondoing stuff, but there were some pinholes in the fiberglass, a couple of nicks and scratches, whatever, not a big deal. Same thing on this fender. So that's gonna have to get sanded down today. I'm hoping to do that. And you guys probably noticed that the quality is a bit different. I am filming on my new camera and my new lens setup, so it's gonna be a lot more crisp in here. This lens does a lot better in low light situations. I might even be too bright right now, like with that sun on me. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm gonna fix up the two bumpers, the front and the rear bumper. I have some fiberglass resin that I'm going to just touch up a few spots, and hopefully I can get that settled out at least half decent. And I don't want to spend too much time on the bumpers. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I just don't think it's worth it considering they're more than likely going to get destroyed at some point since I will be pretty low. But yeah, I just thought if I don't do it, I might regret it. And if I do it, it's an extra, few hours of work. So we're going to get that done right now. So not that interesting, I guess you could say. And yeah, I'm gonna hop in the Coveys, got the blue boys hanging right there, and we're gonna get to work. Alright guys, this should be the last installment of the body prep for the 240 or the Silvia, I guess. All that we have left today is to finish up the bumpers. I've got a little bit more Bondo to put on them, just a couple of like chips and damage from the previous owner to fix. And then after that, I should be able to just sand everything down, whatever I have left that's Bondoed, and then it'll be ready for paint. And the first step of painting for me is going to be high build primering the whole car, and I do actually have all the supplies I need for that. Pretty much the only thing stopping me right now is getting these bumpers done, and then after that I'll have to actually make sure the car is super clean because right now it's hella dusty. We'll worry about that when we get there. For now, I'm gonna finish bondoing these bumpers, get everything sanded down and smoothened up, ready to go. Actually, I might as well show you guys. So there's a little bit here that I'm just gonna fill with some Bondo. I think the rest on here is good. I was thinking about filling these chips down here, but I don't know, we'll see. And what else? Oh, there's this big ugly thing. I'm not really sure what's up with that. Just a lot of damage, and as well as this piece right there. So as you can see, I already Bondoed all this stuff here. But yeah, so we're gonna get started on that right now. Alright boys, I'm completely done sanding the car now. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really film much just because it's not that fun to watch, so I thought I'll save you guys the struggle. And now that we're all complete, tomorrow I'm gonna start cleaning up the garage. I'm not gonna be filming any of that because it's gonna be super dusty out here, and I don't want this camera getting all dirty. So the hood turned out hella good actually. You guys can see all those spots. Really nice, everything's smooth, same with these fenders. You see those were the chips I filled. And yeah, everything else is good to go. So I'm gonna get this thing cleaned up. Next time you guys see me will probably be when I have the garage ready to spray, and I'm not gonna be using this camera to film. I actually have this super old digital camera that I used to use for vlogging when I first started. So I think what I'm gonna do is put that thing in a plastic bag and set it up out here so you guys can actually see me spray the car, unlike the engine bay where I wasn't able to film anything. So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the new quality of the lens and the camera. See you guys when I'm ready to spray. Alright, so here's how much $1 yesterday. Microfibers for cleaning. I bought 14 of these. They were only $1.50 at Dollarama. Don't go to Home Depot or Canadian Tire. They're like $3 for one. So you go to Dollarama. I got 14. It was 22 bucks or something. And microfiber towels. So we're all ready to go for when we spray.